Neighbors in a Lansing community aren't happy a medical marijuana dispensary opened up in their backyard. The store made it in before the city put a moratorium on new shops about 2 weeks ago. But as reporter Susan Corey explains, City Council is working on an ordinance that could mean the end of dispensaries in neighborhoods.
Living in the same home for 40 years now, Kenneth Corrigan is used to changes on his block.
A new walk put in here.
But he's having a hard time getting used to his newest neighbor.
Not a medical marijuana facility, it's just a bad thing for the neighborhood.
Our Miracle Garden just set up shop on Mount Hope Road in the middle of Colonial Village. And owner Jennifer Goodman tells me her medical marijuana dispensary is doing everything by the books.
All of our flowers and bud are 100% chemical free, all in a licensed kitchen that we make any kind of medibles. Everything is 100% by the law.
Soon the shop could be dealing with a new set of rules. Now the Lansing City Council is working on an ordinance that would require dispensaries to get a license.
We have places for patients that need medical marijuana. That doesn't mean that we need to see one every other store as you're going down Cedar Street.
It's still a draft, but the ordinance limits where dispensaries can set up and only lets caregivers treat 5 patients. And the council is working on adding to that.
Residents don't want to see them in the middle of neighborhoods. We're looking at the possibility of putting a cap, which would mean a limit the number of licenses.
This shop is one of 3, all on the same block of Cedar Street. So City Council is considering adding a clause that would limit how many dispensaries are allowed in a given area.
No one would have grandfather rights. That would mean it wouldn't matter whether you were open or not open. You'd have to go through a licensing process.
Something Corrigan hopes will keep more shops out of his backyard.
There's far too many medical marijuana dispensaries, and they're illegal under federal law.
In Lansing, Susan Corey, Fox 47 News.
The City Council will be talking about the ordinance at its meeting this Friday. Council member Wood hopes to have a final version by July.